Welcome to the final episode of the regular season here in season number 3 of Carolina Panthers Franchise. We're going to be playing week 17 against the Texans, week 18 against the Buccaneers, and then looking at the stats and awards ahead of the playoffs, which we are, of course, guaranteed to have a playoff spot in. However, with a loss to, ironically enough, the Eagles, who are not even in the playoff race anymore, the New York Giants, which we're about to check right now, have a chance to steal the number 1 seed. We lost to the Giants recently enough, then we lose to the Eagles right there. If the Giants win out at this point in time, they will be the number 1 seed, and there's nothing we can do about it. Let's find out if they won. And where are they? They did. 12-5. Hell, even the Packers, if we lose out, could steal the spot. Actually, that's not true because we beat them, didn't we? But if not for that, we could. We see our numbers, we topple from the top at receiving, top at rushing. Bad things are currently happening to us. Of course, we're still winning games, but we're still losing some here and there that we wish we didn't. Giants are a team that, if we want to win it all, probably will be a team we have to take on. And obviously, that bye week could mean everything. And we're going to do a like goal. I know it's probably going to be pretty high, but I think it is possible. 500 likes, and we will start the playoffs tomorrow, whether that be the wild card round or the divisional round, depending on how these games, go for us and, of course, the Giants themselves. And, maybe leave a like, hit the bell notification to all if you're subscribed so you know when the next upload is up. And that's about it. Let's get right on in. Let's take a look at the players of the week, nonetheless, as, of course, we're still trying to get some awards as well, not just win for the playoffs. Baker Mayfield, a lot of sacks, but a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. Slater, a lot of touchdowns. Nolan Smith, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Did he cook us that bad? I don't remember that, to be honest, but apparently he did. Did he really? I gotta look. He did. Holy crap. I did not remember seeing the 3 sack mark, but apparently so. Either way, let us take on the Texans. But before we do that, we do need to see if they have any injuries and, more importantly, what their roster even looks like. Of course, no injuries, but that roster, what that roster do? Seemingly a pretty damn good offense. CJ Stroud in the 90s. Seems like he's turning around. Joe Mixon, the X Factor, have seen a couple of his highlight reel plays for the weekly recap. We'll see they say that his speed has taken a hit, so that could affect him against us. Tank Dell, almost in the 90s. Nico Collins, surprisingly, he's not. Well, he is in the 90s, but he's regressed. He's got morale problems. And then Christian Kirk at number 3. So the 4 guys you'd expect to be here are the 4. A little weird that Tank Dell's wide receiver 1, though, but sure, whatever works for them. Schoonmaker, probably need a new guy. Schoonmaker. Left tackle's okay. Left guard's okay. Center's decent. Right guard's not very good. Right tackle's not very good. Anderson, one of the best pass rushers in the league. Nearly a 95 overall. Great finesse, solid block shed, solid power move. Right end, Danielle Hunter is still doing it at a pretty damn high level. That actually kind of caught me off guard. I am a little surprised by this. He's killing it. Christian Wilkins, the Texans. Look at him go. Really good to run defense. To'o, not bad. Al-Shair, an X Factor. Lindell, not a bad player, but I would start Hill personally. Cornerback 1, Stingley, one of the best corners in the league. Lassiter, apparently one of the best corner 2s in the league. Coates, apparently one of the best slot corners in the league, so they definitely have a defense. Free safety looks great. Strong safety looks great. The team looks really solid, and I can see why they are 9-6, trying to solidify that playoff spot, trying to move up the seeding, maybe win their division. This is a big game for both teams, maybe even bigger for them. And damn it, I meant to show the sliders. Whatever the sliders have been the last time we showed them, they are the same. The only difference is we put it on Sim last week, which seemingly made it a bit tougher. Eagles not really playing well in the season, but definitely have a great team and played well against us, I'll tell you that much. So while we have been playing well, have been winning a lot of games, still have vulnerabilities and any given Sunday a chance to lose. Of course, we'll see what happens with the Giants as, again, they control it now. If we win every game, but they win every game, they do have the bye week. That Eagles game, which we tried so hard to come back from, 21-5, lost by 3 in the end, unfortunately would finish out with us losing. And again, it's crazy to think that the Eagles might be a massive competitor for the Giants. Well, not even competitor, but contributor, for the Giants winning another Super Bowl, despite their season being over. Again, I don't know how you go about that, because it's not like Week 18 where you can make that argument here. No, it's just, oh no, one of our guys fell down. But still, it's weird. It's weird behavior. Just say you like the Giants next time. I'm just saying. I guess the Eagles like that. I don't know. But of course, From the 30-yard line, the Texans. I don't know why playing at the Texans stadium as an away team always goes badly. So we'll see how this goes, but I have nothing but bad experiences. And I imagine you can already tell. And I apologize, but I am still sick. Hopefully this will go away by, I don't know, Wednesday, maybe. I apologize. Again, human and all. that whole human thing, hate it so much. 3rd and 1 for the 38 after that first down to the tight end, who I really don't worry about, but at the same time, we worry about every tight end because the tight end position always destroys us. And can't get in there, but Joe Mixon with the vision of Trent Richardson, Colts edition, gets stuffed for a loss of 1 on a wide open rushing lane. That could have been a touchdown. It was so open. Like, call me crazy. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. Instead of cutting right, if he just goes up the middle, it's 1-on-1. Maybe Rodgers helps out, but 1-on-1 against a rookie safety. One cut and it's a touchdown. And hell, the other guy actually gets out in front. This is a touchdown if he makes the right read. Because Mixon's not, he's not beating this guy. This guy is in front of him. That is a touchdown. Of course, Bryce Young reached an elusive statistic, which is double-digit picks, unfortunately. Thought it was going to be elusive for him this year. Took him a while to get there. Still gets there, but still a crazy, absurd 4-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio. Just ridiculous. Chuba Hubbard cuts really nicely for 3. I think the tale of today's tape and what we need to do is we gotta get 20 carries for Chuba Hubbard, who slips off of a tackle, gains 4. We gotta run the ball, and Chuba Hubbard needs 20 carries. That happens all the time, promise. We're in trouble here, gonna have to just throw it, and that is overthrown. And again, why I worry throwing a horn, but that will be a punt after a bit of an overthrow. No one really open, even the drag, which is rare. Locked up, just like our tackles locked up in Hunter Island. Not exactly sure what that means, but the sun is creeping up on us, which is weird. Okay. I'm going to have to just pull off the DT. Yeah, we're over here. Boom! Blows up Tank Dell. How that isn't a career ender, I don't freaking know, dude. But good stuff. Kind of sensitive topic to be talking about career enders with him, but didn't mean it. But we did mean is Casey Maxwell getting in for a sack. Loss of, I don't even know, 7? It's not that math is hard. It's that remembering what the hell the yards they gained is. 14 yards, 3rd and 14, and he's going to get almost sacked again. I don't know if that was Maxwell again or somebody else, but CJ Stroud looked like he was willing to just unload one, and he could not do it. That'll be another turnover sort of play. Not really a turnover, but a change of possession. Thankfully, we don't need to see if they do or not, as Rodgers, of all people, is in there. Wow. That game we had last week has dropped Bryce Young on the MVP projections list. I don't like it. We're going to have a big game from Bryce, which so far, not so good. Incompletion and a sucky run game. Loss of 1 again. They got a good front. Their front 4 is solid. Specifically their front 3, but still. Yeah, it's a late throw. Can he still get it? Hubbard's got to do better. Chuba Hubbard has got to do better. Screen pass, though. Needing 11. Don't be another punt. They're not on it. This would be a big gainer. Oh, it's a good job. I don't know what the blockers are doing. They're just like standing around. But good job by Chuba to get that first down barely. I don't know what the hell we just agreed to, but this play could be wild. Little motion wheel. I think you got to take that. Oh, my Lord. That ball is nowhere near catchable. If that's in bounds, it's probably a catch. No, the guy pulled way off. It could have been just because it went out of bounds, but he, like, left it. Oh, there's a big run for Brooks. Slow down. Oh, he gets the block. Brooks, 64 yards. No, he's got a pursuer, a fellow number 24, Stingley. Big run, though. We weren't messing around. You know, we literally tried to run as fast as we could. It just didn't work out that way. Oh, Roman, please. Roman, please. Roman, please. Touchdown, Ben Roman. We're on the board. And so is he for his 10th of the year. Huge. Trying to get him Rookie of the Year. That's the biggest award win. Sure, winning MVP for Bryce would be sick, but I think he's pretty much guaranteed superstar anyways. But more importantly, Ben Roman, automatic star dev, maybe superstar dev, would make me feel so much better about that draft pick, which at this point we have embraced. He is worth it. It's just we would be able to be like, oh yeah, we were wrong. Oh, we were wrong. All those freaking experts out there, the analysts, just thinking they knew. because they were right, but Ben Roman at least made it worth it anyways. Because no matter how good Ben Roman is, and he could be a generational player himself, he is not the generational difference maker that tight end was, which, oh my God, did you see Derek Brown? Was that not a spin move? It's one thing to be like a 92 speed, 6'2" wide receiver that's good. It's another to be a 90 speed, 6'4", 6'5" tight end that is a monster. Oh, we missed him. No, we didn't. We caught him. 3rd and 3 from the 37. Good D. Not great D. Arguably bad D. But considering it is now 3rd and 3, we will call it good D. Oh, Eddie. Uh-oh, Eddie. Whoo! Good catch by Nico, who saved the day for C.J. Stroud as he just missed a touchdown pass. We got on the edge here. Hart. Can't get the push, and I knew they could run that way. Trayvon. Good tackle. Prime Joe Mixon maybe scores there. Final play of the first quarter. We have the 7-point lead, but they are trying to take away that with this drive. Scorton trying to get over there, and really good coverage. Just Nico Collins, dude, bodied up. And there goes Derek Brown, injured on the play. He has been really good in the second half. Kind of an iffy start in the first half of the season, but yeah, he has been a game wrecker of sorts. Definitely hoping he's all right. We do have a pretty deep DT room for sure, but still would not like to see that man out, especially coming up on the playoffs here. Try to swat or get a piece of it. And throwing away smartly is C.J. Stroud, but what's the flag? Holding? It is. Holding on a throwaway is crazy work. 1st and 20, which makes sense because it was actually very congested there, and I thought, hey, speaking of congested, I know the feeling. I thought our guy was going to get off there for a sack. It looked like he tried to spin, and I guess he got held. Makes sense. And now the shadow is flipped. It's on the other side. Sapp getting locked up pretty hard here. Quick throw to the outside and dropped by Christian Kirk. Injury report. Derek should return soon, so we will have Maxwell and everyone move up one slot. Maxwell's that guy anyways. Kind of an iffy season compared to usual. I say usual as if he wasn't a rookie last year. But still, I can live with it because he still has been solid. Not as good, but still solid. Curl route, no curl route. Perfect floater to Tank Dell for 7. Dropping in as much coverage as we can. I really do feel the flats is where they're going to look. Oh, perfect throw, dude. Down to the 2-yard line. What a dime by CJ. Because they love to throw short to get enough yards to run after the catch. Oh, they got a really good push, and that is going to beat us for the score. Joe Mixon. They missed the throw to Joe Mixon, but they get it on the ground anyways, which I imagine he would prefer anyways. Let's actually start this thing out with a run. I kind of want to run to the right if we can. And we sort of can. Oh, we definitely can. Look at freaking Chuba Hubbard turning that into 14. And, of course, with that run, they are going to bring the entire D-line down on us. Let's get Musgrave involved. We really haven't gotten him the ball enough this year. 12 yards there. I think we just held the ball a little bit more because we've had the time to do it and the receivers open enough to do it. Musgrave used to be like the quick security blanket. Oh, it's late, but that could still be caught. Oh, drop by Roman. It's a good throw. And again, I know you have to kind of just force your way in the run game, but another 5 down. Musgrave. It's a good throw. Drops it. Gets blasted. Not trying to force it to Musgrave. He was just the most open man. He unfortunately got to him. And there goes Musgrave again. It's overthrown, and he can't get up for it. That's going to be a punt. Oh, no. 25-yard punt. I actually don't like the blitzer being on Mielen's side. I think he's fine on his own. Oh, look at that move. The pressure was there, but nobody's on the tight end at all. 3rd and inches now after 10. Run commit, obviously. Bring everybody in. And he lands on him, but that still will be a first down. Big play. KC trying to make something happen. Ah. Oh, my Lord. Joe Mixon's still very elusive. 3rd and 2. All right, a lot of running guys in here. Run blockers, I should say. Oh, come on. We're letting Joe Mixon cook us. To the 36 now. 3rd down, dude. We've been horrible. Back-to-back weeks of just being garbage on 3rd down. Just absolutely, truly the worst thing I've ever seen. And we're on there with Eddie. Good job, Teddy. A lot of D's on the team. D's. Gordon injured, unfortunately. We do have deep, just D-line in general. If it's a player that has to bend down to start each play, we're deep. We're very deep. Sapp. Again, I don't know where the hell Brown is. Oh, there's pressure. Mielen with a sack. 3rd and 16. I love to see what his numbers are on the year. He's got to have at least 13, 14. Ojabo going to be in. We're doubling their wide receiver 1. I think this is a great call. Oh, the drag's wide. Oh, he's actually going to take that. There is no way to the 9-yard line, Joe Mixon. Perfect coverage. We baited him. And he still mosses us. I don't even know if I want to call him moss because he's not even mossing. He's just, we miss. That's crazy, dude. I just hate it here. 2-minute warning. Texans are driving this down perfectly. Let's actually just keep it contained here. Butler will run a hook. Oh, come on, man. This tight end is the Schoonmaker. He's doing well. Stroud with no hesitation at all. And we have Chuba Hubbard on the return for some reason. But sure, why not? That worked better than I thought it was going to as we ran right into him. The offense has really not had a whole lot of openings. Playing some pretty good DBs, though, specifically the corners. Oh, what a move. Oh, what a move. Oh, he's on another level. Hubbard for 14. Clock is moving. Probably should have went out of bounds. It's all right. That's not bad. Good catch. Perfect throw to the 38. Chuba Hubbard, though. I thought I was sick. I thought I was a sick individual. That guy's filthy. All right, we tried this once before. Musgrave had a huge play on it. We just missed the throw. We're in trouble. It's a lot to ask for. It's a perfect play, but I don't think it's going to count because we were over the line. Stepped up to avoid the pressure and unfortunately stepped over. Oh, and it would have counted. What a highlight play, and it's taken away. Again, speaking of pure disgusting behavior, that is atop of the list. And that's going to be a hold, dude. We are just choking this drive. Now 2nd and 25. Completely out of field goal range now. Bryce, they're going to give him a lot of room to scramble. See it happen all the time. 3rd and 11 now. That's the stuff we like. Could run the ball too, but nah. That's a good throw. No, it's not. It's picked off by Stingley. The ball is just flat. With actual throw power, that is a first down and then some. Out of bounds probably. And instead, because the ball is so flat with no throw power, Stingley just easily picks that off. Tell me that's not an open man. It is. We threw it right into the zone. It's just no throw power. 87 throw power. Just really hurt us on that one. Well, we're going to be remaining this game 14-7 at halftime, sadly. And they're going to run the ball as expected. Good cutback. And we're letting Joe Mixon sneak past everybody. They're going to call timeout now. Actually, maybe there was just an injury. I don't know. I mean, 7 seconds, you could get 20 yards and kick a field goal. So why wouldn't you try something? Try getting in the way of Nico Collins, who left the running back wide open. That's all right. That is going to be a nearly impossible field goal. So it will be a Hail Mary from 46. They did set up a Hail Mary, though, so it is something. They got something out of it. And that is a quick throw if I've ever seen it. Nowhere to go as Horn is on another level. 14-7, though, at halftime. Our offense has just died these past 2 weeks, sadly. Bryce Young not really looking the same, but more importantly, that throw power actually kind of catching up with him a little bit there. It's kind of rare to see that, which it should. Like, you know, that 87 throw power, you're trying to push the ball downfield. It should be hard to zip it in past a defender. Either way, halftime reports. Browns and Steelers. Steelers still trying to get a playoff spot. Browns season, I'm pretty sure, is over. Steelers might be able to do it here with a pretty solid-looking game. 8-8 on the season, 35-17 over the Shedeur Sanders-led Cleveland Browns, who dropped to 6-10. Then you have the Miami Dolphins and Tennessee Titans, both 8-7. Huge game here. Could be make the playoffs, break the playoffs, depending on who wins this thing. As Tua's looking deep, not even sure who the receivers are there. And what a mossing by the tight end at halftime with a play like that, leading the game by 7. Cam Ward not playing well, but has 104 yards and a touchdown anyways. Big play saving the day. See what happens on that one. Gonna take a look at the end of that one after this. Chiefs, Vikings, 10-5 versus 6-9. Vikings, no real reason to win, but I guess beating the Chiefs, good momentum for the next season. Back of the end zone, perfect one-hander, and Quentin Johnston, again, the highlight reel man. Although only a 1-point lead over the Vikings, 14-13. Trying to get a better seed themselves, I imagine. Of course, looking at the NFC playoff picture, you can see here, the Giants have the number 1 seed as they have stolen it away from us. And the wild card is super, super close right now as well. Of course, looking at the highlight plays, we've just not gotten in the end zone. We have struggled to get into the scoring range and put up those points. Defensively, we've been okay, but we have given up some plays that we definitely should not have been giving up. If we shored up an angle or a tackle, we would have stopped them, forced a punt instead. 14 points. CJ Stroud's been great. Bryce has been very inaccurate. Got to get back to the ground game, as 4 for 50 is pretty good. But as usual, we have strayed away. On the return goes Hardman. Oh, what a move. Can't get to the 30, dude. We're struggling. We'll start the second half off with a run for Chuba. Oh, that's a bad cut and bad spin. Panicked after the spin. It was wide open. Genuinely, what the hell am I doing there? That is a free first down and then some. Now we really do need a touchdown. That's a panic. I saw Horn hit it late and didn't know if he's going to get caught or not. Again, what are we doing? Can't beat the allegations. I need this. I need this first down. I should have taken it. Come on, Musgrave, please. I do not know if he caught that. It says he did. Let's hope he did. They didn't challenge it, which I would have. That was very close. Thank you, Musgrave, because we have been selling. Even there, we had Horn again and just didn't throw to him on time. That's a panic. Holy crap, this defense is tough. Nothing I'm seeing is, like, legit. I feel like Sam Darnold on the Jets. Everything's a lie. There we go. A little bit of a vision play there. Gain 7, injury timeout. Texan, Will Anderson, big one. I want to run the ball, but they got 2 superstar linebackers there. I don't like that. Chuba, there you go. Try to do something crazy with it to the 40. Play action, Roman deep. A couple of nice runs could set it up. It's open. That's a touchdown if it's on money, and it is. Roman tries to hurdle, doesn't get it to the 3. Big play. It's curl route Roman, I guess. And Bryce not going to get it. Delayed throw and intercepted by a freaking defensive lineman. That is bull crap. Threw to McMillan in the back of the end zone, and the ball barely comes out. It almost hits the ground, and Danielle Hunter rolls over and intercepts it. I'm sure of it. Bull crap. Our MVP season is gone. Be lucky to even be the number 2 seed at this rate. Can't get out there, and there goes Joe Mixon. Good shot to the knees, but from the 4 to the 25. I don't need this in my life. My head already hurts a lot. The yelling is not helping. Oh, please. Come on. Take him down. Okay, at least he helped. It didn't hurt. Lost 3. I just can't believe this, though. Their defense is insane. Our defense can't get off the field. And there we go. Another big play to the freaking garbage tight end. We're just going to have to sit in man cover and just hope we make plays because our zone sucks. It truly blows. And there goes man coverage getting burdened anyways. First down for Schoonmaker. Every time. The one position that kills us every single game, it's freaking Schoonmaker. And we get locked up. Trayvon, though, what a tackle. Loss of half. Going for the mid-blitz. Usually doesn't work out, but we'll try. And they block it up perfectly. Great tackle, but that's a first down. Oh, guys, please make a play. Linebackers haven't been playing well either. We got to get Chris Barnes back in there. The youngsters just aren't the guys. They just aren't them. Chris Barnes is. I don't know why Siegel's in. We got a lot of safeties in for a run-stopping play. We're trying to get in there with Trevin Can't, and he will fall forward for 5. First down. Have we been figured out? Have we been figured out? Of course, no Derek Browning helping anybody's case. And we just missed the tackle again. Good job, Marcus. Like, I'm looking for anything. Anything at all to win this game, and it's just not happening. They're getting the ball off instantly, and these throws short. It's 3rd and 3. Somebody make a play. We got 5 coming. Zig inside. We're on this. He gets the throw off, but it is a throw away. We get the stop finally. 4th and 3. Field goal. Almost the 4th quarter. We have scored 7 whole points. What are the feeling that this screen isn't going to work either? Yep. Good job, guys. Wow, we're getting killed. 3rd and 14. Down 10. Start of the 4th. Horn. Got to come back to the ball, Horn. It's a bad throw anyways. Punt. Loss of 4 on the drive. Nice. Falling a penalty in a run of 6. They're already at the 31-yard line. Fantastic. And we do get the stop. 3rd and 5. Overall-wise, though, we haven't really gotten any stops. Great. Teddy Wright going against freaking Nico Collins. This will go great. And TJ does actually... He fumbles! Uman Mielin's free! The defense trying to save the day will score a touchdown. What a play. Sacking C.J. Stroud, who fumbles the ball. And with that, we're down by 3. Trevin Wallace, I don't know why he dropped it like it was a hot potato. And Umad Mielen will score. 6 minutes left. You know they're going to try to keep running that ball. Run the 30. It will not be a run. Over the middle, wide open. They take the underneath, though, instead. Great tackle. Teddy Wright, one-on-one. Gain of 6. Could have been a gain of 20. Wish we had more blitzes like this where we actually had man coverage, though. And we blow that up. Oh, we get blown up. A great team tackle. 3rd and 1. They're going to try to do it. I don't know how the hell to stop it. Let's do this. Try something a little different. I don't know why we're not staying up here. And I think we stopped him. 4th and inches. Didn't get in there, but that's all right. Chuba Hubbard on the return. We got in the way. There you go. Chuba Hubbard lowers the shoulder to the 35. 65 yards away from leading the game, despite it a horrible effort by the offense. Problem is now it's up to the offense. Stretch left, Hubbard. And we do the hezzy. That works out. Chuba Hubbard. Huge run. The only guy that's doing anything on this offense. The literal only player doing anything. Going left, Darnell, the lead block. Pretty good blocking. Gains about 6 or 7. Yeah, apparently 8. All right, trying to make this the final drive, whether it's overtime or just a lead. Musgrave, good throw, good timing. 1st down to the 28. Gonna have to just keep Chuba Hubbard out there, even if he's tired, even if he's injured. I didn't know that he was going to get the block, and I juked early. Straight up. He looked like he was going to miss again. This play looks pretty damn well covered, I can't lie, but whatever. Horn, and it's going to be a hold, taking this back. Well, that's unfortunate. 2nd and 19. Looks like it might be overtime after all. We need this win. We have played like crap, but if we can just redeem ourselves with one final drive here. We're just going to run. Got a couple of openings, but Bryce Young running was just as open for 14. Wheel mesh, so obviously you can get Hubbard if they even take a step. If they do cover him. McMillan, who else? No, it's actually Roman. Cuts up field, almost scores to the 6. Clock running takes us to the 2-minute warning. I wish it was a little bit behind the 6 because we could waste more clock. Touchdown makes this either a win for us or a win for them. Throw it back. Wide open. Tenero and McMillan. Offensive touchdown since the first quarter. And with this extra point, it'll be 2-minute warning, up 4. A little bit of that clock already disappears on an 8-yard gain. Oh, quick out. That is wide open. Rogers. Good tackle inbounds, though. Timeout, Texans. We're a resilient bunch. We always have a way better second half than the first half. Every time. Unless the first half was so good, and we just took our own guy out. Thankfully, the other guys didn't. Unless it's so good of a first half, you're just coasting in the second half. It's almost always a better second half performance, which... Imagine we actually put it together, both halves. We'd be unstoppable. And that quick throw, I seen that, but didn't know if he'd actually see it or not, which he did. To the 29, 1st down, Nico again. I hate going by cornerback overall, but have to. It usually just bugs out, but I have to. We're getting destroyed right now by Nico. And Hart gets destroyed by Tank Dell and goes out of bounds anyways. The 13, they're moving down the field with ease. I regret nothing about playing zone coverage because our man coverage is even worse than that. At least the zone coverage came close to getting a stop. And overthrown. Nice. We'll take it. Sucks they have a 1st down at the 30-yard line because even inadvertently, they might be able to waste every second here. Screen pass. Barely gets it off. And that's just perfect blocking. There's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do there. Texans will take the lead. A field goal will, for us, if we can do it, tie the game up. Overtime. We got that returner fake out. And we missed the timing on it. Oh, but we find a lane anyways. Hardman is going to take it back for a touchdown. So fixated on the trick, they didn't even take down the man who had the ball. That might be our first kick return touchdown of the year, maybe second at most. And it comes at the perfect time to potentially save this game. What a play by Mecole Hardman. Worth every penny in free agency after that. Unbelievable. He damn near shake and bake slingshots this thing. You know, he gave us a little bump, just a little bit. And all you need is a little bump to get energized. What a cut. If you want to call that a little change of direction move. Easy. Like, am I crazy, or has this series been absolutely insane this year? Like, it's been ridiculous. Quick throw outside. They will gain 8 and save the clock. Of course, they're trying to get a field goal, so it's tough to balance, like, Wait, we missed an extra point, didn't we? Nice. Good job, guys. Hopefully it won't matter. They need about 15-ish yardage. And that throw will not do it. That throw will not do it. They're going to have a Hail Mary. So, I can't say thankful. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, thankfully that the missed extra point doesn't matter because it's either win or lose anyways. Field goal would have changed 0. Quick out to the tight end. Takes it, which is a good attempt at a field goal. I mean, if you want to go 63, it is possible. It is very possible. But I think they are going to go with a legit Hail Mary. And that's a quick throw. And they're in a run out of time. Don't know what they're thinking there, but the Texans dropped to 9-7. We hold on in a miracle, 13-3. Giving ourselves another chance potentially to regain the number 1 seed. Wow, what a freaking game. That is unbelievable. Of all the times on the year to have a kick return touchdown, I got to take a look because I don't know if we had one. A sack fumble for a touchdown, a kick return touchdown. Like, that is so rare for either of those things to occur for us, and they happened in the same game where we had no offense going for us. These guys clutched up on 2 different phases. I don't know if I want to say the third phase on offense. And with that, we will win this game. Having a chance back at that number 1 seed. And of course, Bryce Young with another 2 interceptions, getting locked down. Run game wasn't really, like, it was good, but they didn't really give us many options. We got a couple of looks in there that were really good, but most of the time they did stack hard and just didn't work out. Defensively, you know, they had a lot of pressure. Just didn't really get home, but we did. Stingley and Hunter with a pick apiece. Those 2 pissed me off. Then, of course, an extra point from Fitzgerald. Like, why? Marcus Rogers has himself an upgrade point. We go man-to-man, 82 overall. 1 a man coverage, which, I mean, it's getting close to that zone. It's 2 off. And then Dillard's a backup who could be a starter next season. So, as always, going to keep trying to build him up in case he needs to be a starter for us. There you go. All right. Do we control our own destiny? Let's find out. And we sadly do not. Who the hell do they even play? Where is it? They play the Chiefs. They could lose that game. Of course, we have to beat the Buccaneers, who have given us the most troubles consistently throughout this series. Of course, you got a couple of things going on here. Let's take a look at the awards, the weekly awards. Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, Nick Martin, and Max Crosby. Of course, with Bryce Young, 4 touchdowns gets him 50 touchdowns. 509 yards gets him 5,000 yards. Of course, I want to see some of the other milestones while we're here, too. Rushing, Chuba Hubbard, can't really get a milestone, maybe 4 touchdowns, but nah. Receiving, Roman already at his milestone. 7 yards gets him 1,250, I suppose. Musgrave, 3 touchdowns gets him to double digits. 155 yards gets him to, what is that? 750, right? 155 yards, 750. Pass rush. What is Uman yelling at? Yeah, 12.5. Unfortunately, though, everyone else, not so much. Derek Brown did really well in the second half of the season. Look at the tackles for a loss, though. These guys might be going up in dev anyways. Maxwell, down year for sure. Scoring, super down year. Picks, pretty low, actually, in general, too. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these other things. See the injuries, if there are any, of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Which there is. Igbuka is injured. And a couple of other, like, kind of, you know, backup trench guys. Let's take a look at the film room prep real quick. I don't think they made a trade at the deadline, so we're just doing a refresher to see what their players look like, but I don't think it's going to be something different to game plan for. But balanced team, nothing jumping out in the scouting so far. I do believe we can win through with our defense, though. I truly believe that, too.
Yeah, gets in the running back in the backfield is definitely something we do pretty consistently well. Look at the Buccaneers team, though. Baker Mayfield in the 90s. A little bit of a hit to his speed and throw power, but looks really good. Insane throw power. Bucky Irvin, he's solid. He's an elusive man. Wide receiver, Chris Godwin's wide receiver 1. Of course, we know about Mike Evans' retirement, so without a big Egbuka, it's tiny Tez Johnson. 160-pound Tez Johnson. See what happens there. Maybe he'll be the guy that just breaks out against us. Cade Otton, tight ends, they all do well against us, and he's a decent one. Left tackle's amazing. Edwards is okay. Barton's pretty good. Mauk is pretty good. Godecki is pretty damn good. Left end's not bad, actually. And then Diaby is surprisingly good. Like, he is really solid. Vita Vea is still insane against the run. Elijah Kansi's a super sleeper. Bush is still fast. Murphy is decently fast. I would start Clark somewhere. And then Gomes, good change of direction guy. Really good change of direction guy, to be fair. Corners, they have that old Tampa Bay Buccaneers style. No one's amazing, but they're all pretty damn good. And as a unit, they become very hard to pass on. Winfield's amazing. Tyke Smith is very athletic and not bad. Kicking, little weak in the kick power, though, especially for that kicker. Thankfully, no injuries for us after the practice, but a couple of upgrades before we hop into the final game of the regular season. Jonathan Brooks gets one. Usually we go to ETN, though. Spin move +4, that's actually huge for him. And then now we move on to Trevin Wallace. I'm going to go Ben Roman last, I think, because he's the guy we've been focusing on the most this year. Trevin Wallace, 86 overall. So good. So damn good. And then Uman Mielen, obviously, he's been very good, too. He plays way higher than an 85 overall now, 86. Take a look at the finesse upgrade there. 6 to block shed, 4 to power move. That's crazy, dude. I don't understand. Why? I'll take it, but why? As Ben Roman is now an 82 overall, minus whatever he'll get for his award wins, assuming he gets some. Pretty damn good. 2 to juke move, by the way. Nice. Actually, one of the big ones that we wanted. Huge, actually. 93 speed, not 92, by the way. And then Cesar Ray, the fullback, must have hit something for rushing stuff. It was, no, a Pro Bowl appearance. He got a little early with that Pro Bowl appearance, apparently. Maybe that's what those upgrades in general were. All those guys are Pro Bowlers, maybe. A little weird to see him get in there so quickly, though. We're not even in the, playoffs. We just already know. But fantastic. Anyways, going in against the Buccaneers, who have a lot to play for because, well, one, they have a chance at the playoffs. The Lions are still holding a 7th seed at 7-9. 2, it's us. It's the division rivals. I don't think they're like the Eagles. They don't want us to have the bye week. They don't want us to have a chance at a Super Bowl win. So they're going to try their hardest. This could be tough. Let's just hope we can pull off a win. And, if the Giants win and we screwed ourselves over, so be it. But at least finish out strong before these playoffs start. And here we go for this massive Sunday night primetime game between the Panthers and the Buccaneers to finish the regular season. Both teams rocking a little bit of a different uniform combination. Of course, the Buccaneers at 7-9, believe it or not, still very much so in the playoff race. 6 seed all the way up to, the 1 seed. Not locked in, but those teams are locked in for the playoffs. But the 7th seed, however, there is a 4-way tie between these teams, and right now the Lions hold that spot, but if the Buccaneers beat us and the other teams lose, they can sneak into the playoffs, obviously, with a win over us, the division rival. So we obviously don't want that, as the Buccaneers have been one of the most consistent teams at beating us, or at least giving us troubles over the last few years, so definitely do not want them to sneak into the playoffs, as Hardman does a really good job of changing course, getting us to the 37-yard line to start off this drive. Of course, Bryce Young, what a year, 4,500 yards, 46 touchdowns, 12 picks, 67% completion percentage, just a hell of a season. And I gotta say, I'm liking their front right now. Let's see if we can capitalize on this, as we're going to have to cut it in and out, but it works. It does work. Chuba Hubbard. It was a little dicey for a moment, but we end up getting a whole 16 yards there. See how they want to play. They are going to still leave it pretty light. Sadly, it's like a pulling play again, so we'll have to see how we can get through there. Not as good as the last one, but still a gain of 4. That's 20 yards on 2 plays. All right, got a couple of quick hitters. Might be going to Musgrave here. A little predetermined, but it's a good route. Don't know if I would say the same about the throw itself, though. They're down in 6. Little zig. We're actually going to take Roman wide open. Just go down. We don't need anybody injured for the playoffs. Probably should also talk about, obviously, the inverse, which is If we win and the Giants lose, we regain the number 1 seed and don't have to play in the wild card round. Pretty big stuff there, too, as Chuba Hubbard seemingly affected by the wear and tear as I don't know how that's not taunting. Does not change direction very quickly at all there. It's showing he's fine, but I don't know if I agree with that. A lot of faith in this kind of crosser. And we have a few players. And it's overthrown, but he'll still be caught. Perfect blocking. Even Roman gets involved. And Horn will get the touchdown. We had all day to throw. They only brought 3. They played very shallow in zone coverage. I'm not really sure why. And Horn is obviously going to make it count. Griffin, the center, almost got a block on a guy that you just never should have had a chance to block. Really love the effort there from everybody. Just willing to throw a block, throw a shoulder in there, and of course, willing to keep working until that whistle blows, right? You can easily say, oh, crap, this play's broken down where nobody's going to get open. No, we just waited and waited and waited. We found someone. Of course, the worst part of the situation is that we could have also hit Roman instead of just hitting the first guy we seen open. We had a couple of guys open, but we just wanted to make sure we weren't going to make a mistake, right? Like, they could easily, somebody jumps out of their zone and just picks us off. We've had it happen all season long. I got to say, Baker Mayfield, by the way, looking very tanned. I don't know if it's the old age, but he's looking very tanned. That Tampa sun is quite literally cooking my guy here. Maybe get out of the tanning booth a little bit so you don't get the big C. As Umanmielen sacks him, won't get the recovery, but their lineman recovers this ball all the way back at the 11, and one of their linemen, I don't know if that was the guy that recovered or not, Barton is injured. Loss of 15 on the first play. Umanmielen, what a year. I believe that would be sack number 13 and a half. What a damn year that guy has had. See if KC Maxwell wants to get involved because he's had a pretty bad year. That's a pretty good pass rush move, but even better route and throw. 3rd and 14. A lot of flickering. Let's see if we can get in there. KC. Barton's already back, by the way. Casey's not going to get in there. Quick throw. And wow, they're going to give him exactly 14 for the first down. Good find. This is a bad play, but I suppose we can just drop Scorton off. We're on that out. Oh, it's an in. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, well, he actually cut that back inside really stupidly, but Teddy Wright got destroyed there. I mean, that's not a matchup he should really be too fearful about. He's a pretty damn good man-to-man player. We're very light in the box here. And we don't need to worry as they over-pursue that outside, and Cam Hart's going to bring him down for a loss of 4. All they had to do is just back him up. Oh, wow, Derek Brown just got sent. Too many bodies and almost picked off. Good job by Trayvon Merrick, 3rd and 14. And I think this is risky, but I think you also just got to do it. 3rd and 14. And over the middle, switches to the wrong player, and another 3rd and 14 converted. That's tough. I mean, I figured you bring a blitz, can't give him time, and, well, it worked out either way. We're out there. And again, they're getting nowhere on the ground. Another blitz, this time on 2nd down. Dropping back. We're not there. Please, no. Trayvon Merrick plays way too shallow. And over the top, Raheem Jarrett. Couple of big plays now, clutching up. Tampa will equalize this score. I mean, we're in a purple coverage, so, it's just not our job. It's technically Trevin's bring Godwin further down the field. I mean, it's just the weakness in the zone. That's really all there is to it. It's not really anyone's particular fault. I guess the defensive coordinator, whoever that bozo is. I mean, a fantastic first drive from us. Problem is, not a bad drive from them either. Can't call it fantastic because there was a lot of 3rd and longs that could have easily went either way as Hardman tries to do something again. Can't this time, way further back. McMillan, kind of a deep fade downfield. I mean, that's just... I'm a little worried. We're in trouble. Don't be grounding. Yep, that's grounding. It's covered. Roman's covered. McMillan's covered. Horn's covered. Could have rolled out to the right to at least avoid the grounding, but loss of 11 on the first play. Could have, but did not. That's what I raise you a could have and counter with a didn't. I mean, we're just in trouble. We got to just take a chance. Oh, Luke Musgrave coming up clutch to the 49-yard line. The guy has not had quite the year we were hoping he would, especially since he's been pretty much healthy all year long. But it's still been a good enough year. He's probably going to finish around 600-700 yards. Good couple of touchdowns. One of the top 15 performers at tight end. Maybe it's not Antonio Gates' clone that we could have drafted, but it's still good. As he's going to be open again, and that one is dropped. I don't understand. How are you catching the crazy one, but you're dropping that? I don't get it. I really don't. But I'll take the trade-off, I think. I don't know. Oh, my Lord, Brooks. Oh, wow. Great acceleration. Unfortunately, had a hurdle over a corpse, but still first down to the 34-yard line. Bryce Young on the year. I mean, there is a realistic chance he hits 50 touchdowns, 5,000 passing yards. If this is a, actual battle, gunslinger battle, it is very possible. Take the dump off. I don't really like anyone else. There goes Chuba Hubbard, who's rested a couple plays now. Gained 6. Not a bad set of yards there. McMillan way too open. Good little chip by Hubbard. Gets blasted to the 15. A tight end screen, eh? Musgrave could go into the end zone. No free play, but we'll still try it. They're not on it. It's a pretty big play for Musgrave, who falls forward to the 4, showing a little bit of power for once. Falling down with some momentum. Start of the second quarter. We're in a pretty good spot here, potentially regaining that 7-point lead. All right, empty. I would like Roman, but I would also like whoever's open. And couldn't get the ball off. Look at him jumping up, please. Let me live. Kind of want to fade. I forgot the fade's like different. What is the fade? There you go. That's the one. Oh, what the hell is this penalty? Is that? I thought it was picked. It looked like it was a one-handed pick. What's the flag? Holding immediately. Like, they did not waste any time. Come on, Ferrari. You're better than that. He's pissed. Honestly, though, with our struggle at that yard line, I would have definitely thought about just declining it. I really would have. Musgrave. It's a good throw. Musgrave in for the touch, and I'm telling you, dude, we are better from 10-plus out. Inside the 5, inside the 6-7 range. It's where we start to get a little claustrophobic, and I don't want to get canceled for being phobic. He's a goal line hater. Get him. We've got him. The world's a safer place. Get him. Come on, Trevin. Oh, my. There goes Irvin. Bucky getting a little bit of a gain for once. While I'm sick, I hear Kermit the Frog too much. I don't have the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, so I don't get the fair trade-off. I want the fair trade-off, and there goes Baker Mayfield. Yeah, Cam, maybe start running, as Baker's still running, gets taken down at the ankles for a huge gain into the 46. That's the thing with Baker. He will run. Like, he is not afraid to run. And good defense. Rodgers, gain of 4 for, I don't even know who the hell it was. They're showing Tez. I don't think it was Tez. Oh, Tez is just dead. No, it's Irvin. I don't know, dude. The cameraman is just bugging out, dude. No one trusts that guy. Another run. Oh, it's play action. I was not ready for that. Little underneath throw. Not really going to gain much. About 2 yards. 3rd and 4 now. A lot of zone blitzes from us, so let's see if we can finally get off the field on 3rd down, maybe. We're out there. We're all over that. He still catches it. Tries to reach over the first. It's still going to be short. 4th and 2. They're going to kick a field goal. To be fair, this is the closest we've sort of stopped them. Get him to 4th down and all that, but I don't know. I think maybe you go for that. Oh, especially when it's blocked. The rookie, Teddy Wright. Can he outrun him? He will. Derek Brown with the block. Teddy Wright with the recovery and enough speed. I feel like Teddy Wright's already had a recovery on a block, no? Am I crazy? It feels familiar. What a score. What a play. That might be the most athletic play in the history of big man. I'm sorry, Larry Allen, but it's time to step aside. Look at this. Dude, he just blew through the play and just dove in. I mean, he's like one-handing it. I don't know how I can make this a thumbnail, but I want to. That middle was almost as congested as I am right now. Dane Belton, the deep safety. We also paid Siegel. I think he's done some things for us. And look at Derek Brown back to work already stopping the run. And speaking of Dane Belton, I don't even know how the hell he was in. Like, where's Siegel at? Like, he's the backup. Oh, it's a screen. Derek Brown over pursued. Good job, Cam Hart got a piece of him. Injury timeout, and that is going to be the guard this time. Malcolm in the middle. I'm sorry, I don't know if that worked or not, but I did it. KC just gets played off. One-on-one tackle. He does get the stop. 4th and 1. They got a decision to make, and yeah, I would agree. You are looking at down 14, giving us the ball back right before half. This is a massive 2-for-1 type of go for. Oh, no. Oh, did we get him? Oh, with the help of Teddy, it'll be a turnover on downs. He would have fallen forward on the tackle one-on-one by Trevin, but potential Rookie of the Year winner Teddy Wright gives him just a little bit of help. I don't know why he's so nonchalant about it, as if that's not a 4th and 1 we're on. But it's enough to get the stop, and we could go up 3 scores. One would even worry/argue to not score too quickly. Let's get Roman going streak. I don't know if he's got that in him, though. Maybe he does. I need somebody to get open here. There's no way. What a throw and catch, Musgrave to the 18. These are some of the best blocks we've ever seen. Take it. They don't have much of a line. Like, they have Diaby. He's okay. And obviously Vita Vea, but he's more of a run defender. Like, I try to hurdle that, or swat that, I suppose. Good cut to the 9 again, trying to waste some clock. If we score here, we do score here, though. It is what it is. Again, I wish it was Roman, though. We're, like, setting up everybody but him. Make sure we get that 2-minute. Oh, they're actually on this. Let's get out there. Enough for the throwaway. Good throwaway. Tries to throw it as far as he can to at least, have a guy in the area. All right, Vita Vea is kind of away from this play, so this run should get us the first. And no, it doesn't. Wow. Do we do this? Do I like this? I think I like it. Oh, it's a motion. Oh, it works. It works. I don't know. I think they gave it to us. Holy. Way too much drama from 1 yard out. That is, I would challenge that if I'm them for sure, dude. That is way too close not to be like, hey, you know what? I don't know if he got it. Dick, this is kind of a weird one, though. Just about to throw it, too. Damn, they got in there quick. Musgrave end zone. At least we're wasting more clock. Oh, and, oh my God. Talking about this O-line playing well and their D-line not being good, and they're now just swarming. Well, there's only really one play left. Take our 2 tallest players, actually 3 tallest players, and just take a shot. Well, that is double, actually. Good try, though. Musgrave's been pretty good for us, so good try. We wasted a lot of clock. We didn't get the touchdown in the end. We actually got further backwards after the, the conversion, but we did get, an extra couple of plays, wasted a little bit more clock. Surprised Tampa didn't try to get a timeout in there, especially after the 1st or 2nd sack. Instead, they're going to have a lot of timeouts, but not a lot of time. Playing a little too scared, I think. Just like, oh, well, what is if they get, a good setup? We're just helping them. But we have 3 timeouts. If we wanted the clock stopped, we would have stopped it. That's the way I would have looked at it from their point of view. So, you're not really saving us timeouts. I have no idea how the Buccaneers aren't booing. Like, where is the fandom? Like, even as a rival here, I'm a little disappointed in what I'm hearing. I want to see the rivalry at its best. And if they're not booing their team, playing conservatively, going into half 24-7 with 3 timeouts, I don't know what we're doing. Are we even playing football? But you know what? I'll take it. You can keep it up. Of course, looking at the halftime report, the Dolphins of the Patriots, Dolphins looking like they're going to solidify a playoff spot in the snow. How the years of time has changed. Only a 1-point victory, but a victory nonetheless. Tua and the Dolphins seemingly are headed to the postseason. Then we have the Jaguars, Chargers. Chargers trying to just solidify a higher seed, it seems. Jaguars just trying to draft a player in the 2nd round higher, I guess, would be my guess for that. Herbert delivering a deep shot, one-handed for good measure. 28-16 over the Jags. That was a little too smooth for my liking on a one-hander. And then you have the Eagles-Packers. I'm just so shocked by that Eagles team, dude. Packers 11-5. Let's see what they get up to. Jordan Love rolling out. That could be a run. Back of the end zone's open. He will take it. Super late. Now it's a shorter route. And good catch by Matthew Golden, who, interesting, he's still wearing 22. Somebody should get on that. 27-24. Barely beating the Eagles. Like, I'm telling you, dude, that is a good team. Of course, you see we are locked in for our division. Lions 7-9. Look at this, dude. It is so close. Again, it's going to be a long shot for the Buccaneers anyways, but still, if you're them, you got to at least give your guys a chance. 8-9, who cares? At least make it into the damn postseason. But so far, it has been all Carolina, minus a couple of hiccups. It could have been even worse for them. Look at the numbers, though. Baker's throwing pretty accurately. It's just too short of the sticks. Run game's not really doing well. Obviously, for us, we are just getting down the field with ease. And on the kickoff, Kennedy. I mean, I don't want to say it, but a stop and a score probably wins this game, as the kicker has to try to take him down. Enough to cut him back left to the 41. Good start. Looking at their stats, reception leaders, Chris Godwin, higher than everyone by 13. Was that Roman? I was too busy looking at the number 1. I didn't see number 2. Was that Ben Roman? You crazy? It seemed like Ben Roman to me, but might have just been a different blue team that looks just like us. We missed hard. Oh, we missed really hard. I mean, at that point, now we got to go for the hit stick. 2 misses, you got to make it count. They gained 20 yards on that. That's how that works, right? From the 41 to the other 41? I think. Maybe not. The numbers are hard, okay? What do they mean? To the 25, the Buccaneers are trying to make up ground quickly, and it's working. I'm not sure how a blitz works since they're getting the ball off quick anyways, but it's got to be better than whatever the hell we've been doing so far. Try to get a swat, doesn't work. He just sits down, good tackle, but still a gain of 9. Buccaneers team's just showing me how quickly things can turn, so we're not going to take anything for granted, especially when we're out on offense ourselves. And that is a great play action. He's not going to go. He will kill him. Hits. Fumbles out of bounds. I thought we had that. That would have been a game killer for the Buccaneers. Mentally, physically, everything. We got a little bit of a flip. I don't think we're covering the tight end, guys. We have to cover this guy. And we do enough to help. Trevin Wallace comes in free. Finally, we do something that's negative for them. All right, do we have no linebackers on? Okay, everyone's where they're supposed to be. Places, people, places. Second to go from the 11. Oh, he's wide open on the left. I was about to say, set that up. Good catch for him. Make it a little closer. Stopping them to a field goal would be a massive win for us, but still a step in the right direction for them. That's going to be a fake out. It's not. Hello? Now we're out of position, and that will be, I mean, I'm not saying we would have been there, but we would have been sitting over there. Cam Hart, who we never touched, just doesn't travel with his guy, and it just throws everything off. Maybe should have called a timeout. Either way, Tez Johnson opens things up a little bit for them. I think it's time for the big play man to come in. And no, it's not Chuba Hubbard. It is obviously Trevor Etienne. There's only one man for the job, although Hubbard gets a good 11. Stiff arm might actually hurt us. And if I'm the other team, I'm like, oh, Etienne's in. Very quickly after the half. I mean, Hubbard's obviously not tired or injured. I just wanted too much, and Bryce being able to run actually worked out even better. Sometimes their pressure, their pass rush is just great. Other times they let us have every second we want. And ETN, we didn't sprint till right there. We get about 5 or 6. Could run it. We might have to double up Vita, though, which I don't know how that works on a pulling play. Crowd's getting a little crazy with it. And there goes a big play. Chuba Hubbard to the 20. Good play call. Let's hurry up to the line, actually. Run the mesh. Could see Musgrave make a play for us. Quick throw. Pretty good timing, actually, as Roman gets us to the 7, fighting hard. Roman's got a pretty favorable route. Let's see if he can win it. He's open. It's a great throw, and Roman scores. Erasing everything they've done after all the clock they wasted. That is going to be a tough one to come back from. Great answer back by the offense. We left the running back open, but not as bad as Teddy did. Godwin. Good team tackle, though. Really got him on me and dropping off, which I don't mind because anytime we can kind of waste Wirfs' effort, which that was an example of it. You know, he shifted over and nobody came over to the right side. Sapp gets the sack with the help. 3rd and 13. Got a little bit of a looping blitz here. Playing off just enough. We have the crosser. He cuts in, but, you know. Okay, so that needs to be challenged because that is down by contact. Because they recovered it, I don't, no. I don't care that they recovered it. That is a negative play for us. That's coming back. That is not a fumble. That is a 4th and 2 play. I'm going to need us to bring him back. Bring it back just a little bit. He's not even close to fumbling. I see them trying to cheat. What do you think this is? Casper? Like Dave? They're actually going to punt this. So that challenge was immense. crowd is booing. I don't even think it's just from the challenge result. I think it's also from just brain-dead play calling here. It's a 25-yard punt, starting the fourth quarter down 17 on a 4th and 2. I'm not sure how you win the game from that point of view. Winfield with a huge hit on McMillan, but he holds on, so it's kind of irrelevant. Who? Is that an owl? I will need to rewatch that frame by frame because I might have just lost my mind. Darnell, not a great route, but he's open enough. That's a big fella, dude, using that frame to create that separation. Bryce, 3 touchdowns, 217. Not going to get the 5,000 yards, but a touchdown or 2 away from 50, I believe. I have basically 0 morals, so that tells you all you need to know if I will mess up or not. Not mess up, but you know what I mean. That was the slowest back juke in the history of back jukes. Good try. Yeah, but I will not hesitate. I will stat pad if I need to. Screw it. That is a great catch. Not a bad throw. Don't know why we're playing like this, but we are. Should be trying to be chill with it. And that's a good throw. Almost actually got it to him, but it's a good throw to at least keep us in field goal range. Where they got to block, we got to block on them, so got to be careful. You never know when they're going to get a block on us, which they don't. 20-point lead with 7 minutes left. It's going to be hard for them to come back. 3rd and inches. Admittedly, they have moved down the field rather quickly. Is it quick enough? I don't know, but it's still been quick. He's got a chance at it. Oh, he's going to run. And we miss hard. We actually almost just took out Sap ourselves. They're folding under pressure. No way they're chipping him on Mielin with Werfs, right? You don't need that. Oh, wow. I can't believe Barnes didn't pick that. It's very rare. Even when we're in position, we just kind of mess up. Oh, that's a good play. Knocked out. 4th and 10. Here it is. For all the marbles. Bringing the whole damn team here. Really not, but we're on this. Oh, that's going to be picked. We just talked about we don't get many takeaways, and there's one of them. Horn trying to outrun the defense. Will do so. That'll be another non-offensive touchdown. Horn. J.C. Horn in for the score, racing to the end zone. Baker, kind of forced to throw it. A little bit of pressure. Kind of just got to get rid of it, give a guy a chance. Didn't really give him a chance unless that guy is J.C. Horn and gave him plenty of chances then. And Tampa Bay will fail to keep their season alive, fail to completely deny us at the number 1 seed, and fail to give the fans a good show, sadly. Normally they do. Today, we were just a bit better of a team. 41-14. What a final score. Of course, we're going to have to look at the stats and awards after this on the season. Also find out if we're playing in the wild card round or not, as we are waiting on the results of the Chiefs and Giants. I don't know if we've seen it or not. I think it just skipped right to our results. No, it showed the playoff picture instead of all the games across the league, which, talk about cucking us, right? It's like, oh, you have to wait. You have to wait to see the results. Well, thanks, I guess. Of course, we've seen some of those highlight plays. J.C. Horn with a pick 6. Didn't exactly have the passing game we wanted. It was still good. But, hey, good enough for me, baby. Let's take a look at the numbers anyways. 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, 246 yards. Completion percentage all over the place. We were trying to do a little too much at times. Irvin got locked up. Hubbard, good. Just didn't run the ball much. Didn't need to. Receiving, we had 84 for Musgrave with a touchdown. Roman only 30, but a touchdown. McMillan, 41. Washington, 24. Horn, 37 and a touchdown. Defensively, any pressure? Monmiel with a sack. Wallace with a sack. Sapp with a sack. Diaby and Bush with a sack. J.C. Horn, of course, with a pick 6. And a blocked field goal for a touchdown. And, of course, Marcus Rogers does have an upgrade point. Almost has another. I'm surprised he's an upgrade almost every other week with his lack of XP needed. But he is, equaled out now, which is great. Musgrave, it's crazy how low of an overall he is. He's like a 76 overall. I can't believe he hasn't developed. Yeah, Roman's been great. He looks like the rookie of the year, I imagine. Some automatic dev ups, it seems. At least a dev up. So he was a very good player for us, but that tight end dude would have been a difference maker. Suppose that's just what we're going to go for in the next draft. Trevin Wallace, this is for the fans. Nobody cares about publicly appeasing the front office unless they need a win, right? Like, you've been on the hot seat lately, and then they have a good game, and then you want to praise them to say, hey, we got your back, coach. But not in a situation where you're now 14-3. the front office doesn't need to know. They've got all the praise they have with just looking at that record. Get the fans going, right? Say, hey, it's for you guys. We need you guys to show up at the playoffs, this, that, and the other thing, But, yeah, here it is. The moment of truth. Are we or are we not the number 1 seed? All right, any loadout progress? We got a couple of blues that are already blue. And no, we're not. The Giants were able to defeat the Chiefs. That is actually pretty insane. All right, let's see it. Where was it? And they destroyed them 26-8. We are playing in the wild card round. I can't believe the Chiefs, dude. I'm pretty sure they desperately need it. What about the Packers? Did they win too? Green Bay? Oh yeah, we know Green Bay won actually. But they needed that win, didn't they? Chiefs are at the 5 seed, so yeah, they could have been higher, I imagine. Maybe they couldn't have. I don't know what the Chargers did. Maybe it didn't actually matter. Take a look at the AFC. Chargers were 12-5. Chiefs were 10-7. So yeah, it didn't. Well, it did matter because they could have been 11-6. Maybe the Chargers would have lost, but even that, I don't even know if that's true. Did they have the divisional? No, they didn't matter. So that game did not matter for the Chiefs. Matter for us though, bozos. That sucks. Either way, let's get into all the nitty gritty here before we head out of this one. And have that wild card round next episode. I should probably done like a light goal, right? Ooh, 4,500 XP for, I would imagine, Bryce Young. Top of the world at an insane finish of the season. You just had an insane season. How about we just full stop it there? Either way, though, let us see what those numbers look like. Of course, we're taking a look at our team in a second. I want to take a look at the league first. That's actually not how I'm going to do that. That's just a lie. Let's take a look at the numbers. So, Willis, 1 throw, 1 pick. What a year. If he has to come in, he's ready. 0 yards on the year through a pick. Classic. But yeah, Bryce, 4,700 yards, 49 touchdowns, 12 picks, 67% completion percentage with a pretty damn good passer rating of 114.8, nearly 9 yards per attempt. Longest in the season with 90. Only sacked 5 times. A lot of rollouts, a lot of throwaways, a lot of just avoiding that, but still very good. Rushing, Juba Hubbard, not quite the rushing touchdown season we wanted, but the yards are solid. 1,200 yards, 6.9 yards per carry. A little bit more of a realistic season. Backups got their stats decently. 200 yards apiece. Looking at Roman, 1,273 with 11 touchdowns. More catches, more yards than McMillan. Just a few less touchdowns, sadly. But yeah, long of 90. What a year for the rookie. Should be rookie of the year. Musgrave, 8 touchdowns, 679 yards. That's not terrible. Horn, 560 with 4 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard, almost 500 on the receiving game himself. Washington, 258 with a touchdown. Coker, 124 with 2 touchdowns. And a bunch of other guys. Green, though, 3 catches, 53 yards, 3 touchdowns. Randy who? Moss where? Of course, looking at the blocking, Ferrario gave up 4 sacks, but considering the project he was, not bad. Pass rush, of course, 13.5 sacks for Ramon Mion, which is great. 9.5 sacks for Derek Brown, which is great. Trevin Wallace, 6.5 sacks with 33 tackles for loss and 2 picks. Insane. Maxwell, only 4. Pretty rough. Scoring, only 3.5. Really rough. Like, should go to normal dev rough. And then, of course, only guy that really got picks, J.C. Horn, 6 of them. Trevin Wallace with 2. Teddy Wright with 2. Marcus Rogers with 2. 1 for Trayvon Merrig, Ronnie Charles, and Marcus Siegel. Take a look now at the fumbles. Who popped the most out? Teddy Wright. Okay, Teddy Wright. 2 recoveries for Cam Hart. A couple of safeties this season. 2 for Scourton. So, I mean, he did do something at least in the safety department. 1 for Brown and 1 for Maxwell. And then 3 touchdowns. 1 for Teddy Wright, 1 for Umar Mion, and, of course, 1 for J.C. Horn. Literally right there, the final stretch at the end of the game. We missed 1 field goal. And, of course, we missed 2 extra points, 1 of them blocked. Will that cost us kicker of the year? We'll find out. Kennedy, of course, as good as ever. Kick return game. A lot of different guys got involved. Hardman, though, the most successful with that touchdown. And then punting, punt return. ETN was great. Let's take a look at the numbers across the board, though. See how we fared. See how the other guys go. So, Goad went. So, looking at the numbers right now, Bryce Young looking pretty good. Obviously, not quite the touchdown to pick ratio of Joe Burrow, but the better passer rating. You do have Patrick Mahomes, though, who I don't think deserves it. Lost the final game of the season against a good team. Choked it. Didn't play well. Probably still wins MVP over us, though. But a great year for us compared to the rest of the guys. Top 2, top 3, no less. Rushing, where are we? Hubbard at number 5. Yards per carry, though, probably the best. Yeah, literally the top 3 guys. Top 5 if you put in Brooks there, too, with ETN. But Jacobs, number 1 yards. Touchdowns, who had number 1? Bijan Robinson with Omarion Hampton. Receiving, Roman, the top 10 guy. McMillan, top 15. Pretty good year for those guys. Who had the best yards per catch of the relevant guys? Jerry Jeudy, Tank Dell amongst those two. Touchdowns, 19 for Rice. McMillan at number 5, so top 5 there. Most yards after the catch, Marquise Brown. And then, of course, looking along on the season, Cam Hyde, who barely even played. A lot of yards there, 96-yarder. Most sacks allowed goes to Sam Pearman, who's also a tall-looking tackle. Pass rush, we had 25 sacks for Rousseau, 20.5 for Highsmith, the rest a little bit under that. Tackles for loss, 33. Trevin Wallace could be best defensive player of the year just with those tackles for loss. AJ Terrell, though, was very good with 8. Horn number 2 tied with Adrian Cooper for 6. Kicking, how did we do compared to the rest? So, of the legit kickers, it would be Bates and Fitzgerald, but considering that 1, Bates is on the opposite conference, and 2, Bates had a lot less kicks, I would still give the nod to us. So I think we won kicker of the year on top of it. Best yards per punt goes to Fox, our guy, unless I'm missing him. He is actually pretty damn far down, to be fair. Kick returns, how many did we have for touchdowns on the year? It was just Hardman. Punt returns, anyone get one? And Colin Hill got one. There you go. All right, first things first, weekly awards. Eagles, Ravens. Commanders, Bengals. Some pretty good ones in there, actually. 2 touchdowns for 2 picks, or 2 touchdowns off 2 picks from Stone. Sherwood with 2 picks for a linebacker is impressive. 173 yards, 3 touchdowns is very good for a wide receiver. And then, admittedly, very weak performance from Lamar. I don't know how the hell that's player of the week, but it is for them. Yearly awards, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, but it could be Bryce. And yeah, it is. Damn, dude. Of course, opposite conference, so Bryce Young, in theory, the best quarterback of the NFC side. Coach of the year goes to the Giants. I get it. Number 1 seed with a team that you probably didn't expect to see it from. Let's take a look at our side, though. Bryce Young, number 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. Number 5 for McMillan. 7 for Roman. Defensive Player of the Year. Wallace was 2. On Mielin at 5. And, of course, the big one. Please, Roman. There you go. Ben Roman wins Rookie of the Year. But again, it doesn't take much. All you got to do is start your guy. You have a good chance. As Jeremiah Green, with 3 catches for 53 yards and 3 touchdowns, is the number 6 Offensive Player of the Year, or Rookie of the Year guy. Defense Rookie of the Year? No, wow. Teddy Wright actually fell down a little bit. The Saints had 2 guys in front of us, which is, yeah, that's more than 1. Best quarterback goes to Bryce Young. Best running back, where are we? Number 3, okay, Pro Bowler. Best wide receiver, number 3 for McMillan, number 7 for Roman. O-line, Damian Lewis, who we're kind of on the fence about re-signing, gets a dev up. We had 4 guys right behind him had a chance at a dev up. To be fair, only 2 of them are starters. D-line, number 3. Linebacker, number 1, Trevin Wallace, deserves every bit of it. Horn, best DB, number 2, so that's Pro Bowl. Teddy Wright, number 8. And then best kicker of the year, Ryan Fitzgerald. So a bunch of players getting the dev up guarantee. We love to see that. Let's take a look, though, who was actually a Pro Bowler. So we know Bryce was a Pro Bowler. Where do they actually show that? It's last week, so there's Pro Bowl appearance for that guy. And then Chuba Hubbard, I think, was also a Pro Bowler. He's actually about to be 29. That's kind of crazy. 3 Pro Bowlers, there you go, or 3 Pro Bowls, I should say. I think McMillan and Roman might be in. We'll see. But McMillan definitely is in, which is great. And then Ben Roman, was he in as well or no? He was. So we got 2 receivers in the Pro Bowl, which is sweet. Musgrave, highly doubted, but you never know. Tight end is a tough position to get stats for. And yeah, he is a Pro Bowler. Like I said, it is not, easy to do. O-line is a big question mark, though. Did we get it? We did not, sadly. Damian Lewis got to superstar. He was the offensive lineman of the year. Yeah, he goes to Pro Bowl. Griffin, I thought, was pretty good, but I don't know if he's going to make it. He does not. Robert Hunt, obviously a pretty good year. Ferrario, not a hope, so we're not even going to check. Yep, Robert Hunt's a Pro Bowler. I mean, a lot of these guys are going to be Pro Bowl too, but still, that's, making it in there even as like a backup that'll just play at some point. Let's not even look at Scorton. Not a hope. Amon Mielin, though, I would hope so. And he does. DTs maybe from the tackles for a loss, but I doubt it. I would highly doubt it. Casey Maxwell, no. Sam linebacker, not a hope. Trevin Wallace obviously is a Pro Bowler. I should be counting how many we got because it is a lot, actually. J.C. Horn for sure is a Pro Bowler. No. Wait, what? He was the number 2 DB? Wait. Am I a crazy person, or do they give him the Pro Bowl like earlier on? Because that is ridiculous if he just missed the Pro Bowl as the number 2 DB. Am I missing something here? I think they snubbed him? Wow. That's crazy. Trayvon probably didn't make it, but he has a chance. He does not. And then Teddy Wright actually has a pretty good chance himself. Take a look at what he's looking like. He does make the Pro Bowl as a rookie. Huge. A lot of XP for that, obviously. Fitzgerald. The kicker of the year doesn't make the Pro Bowl. Interesting. I'm not sure how that's even possible, but way to go, team. We've done it. We do have a couple of upgrades, though. We're going to try to take a look at real quick and do those before we hop out of this one, call it an episode. Bryce Young, one of those players. Improviser has been the way to go for me, so going to keep doing it. 88 overall for Bryce Young, the number 2 for MVP. 3 to break sack, 2 to mid, 1 to throw on the run. Not bad. And then I believe that was it for the upgrades, so some really, high Pro Bowl count, right? A lot of Pro Bowlers, but at the same time, a couple of snubs. Some guys that maybe I was like, maybe they didn't make it, but I'm glad they did. And then some guys I was really shocked didn't make it. How is the kicker not in as the best kicker? How is J.C. Horn with 6 interceptions, the number 2 ranked DB, not in there as the cornerback? I don't know. Maybe that'll update later on or when we get closer to the Pro Bowl, or maybe somebody gets in the Super Bowl. I'm not sure, but a little surprised by that. But of course, despite not getting the number 1 seed, still a very fantastic finish. It just means if we win all the way and the Giants win all the way, it could be a snowy one in New York, which if we win that game, I would take the trade-off. I would love that atmosphere, assuming we win. Of course, if we lose, then that's a huge sell because it was probably the pretty big contributing factor to us losing in general. Either way, though, if you guys enjoyed this one, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I don't know if I did a like goal. Let's do 500 likes, and we'll do the wildcard round tomorrow. Maybe I'll have to go back to the beginning and call it. Obviously, I'll call it something else. Be like, hey, we'll play the playoffs tomorrow, whether it's wild card or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. Better time than ever to do it. When you're trying not to miss the playoffs, I suppose. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, Jeromepkr plays for non-Madden content. Been uploading a little bit of Borderlands over there. Obviously, a little bit of the Halloween game, then kind of news-related stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If we don't hit the like goal, probably a rebuild tomorrow. But I'll be come back for next video. But until next video,